Giving it all we got, giving it all we can, giving it all we got. Oh, climbing up to the top of the world, no fear, we're gonna make it. Everything we want is ours. Whoa.
Hey guys, how you doing? Craig here with my life on the Thai farm. Just enjoying my pond, the one that we didn't take the water off or the water out of. And this area right here, actually, I come here in the morning, I can sit down, have my coffee, because in here, this is kind of like snake country. They like it under the trees where branches fall over and they can kind of hide and make themselves look like a tree branch, the water snakes. And they'll be eating in here. We did catch water snakes over there before. I think you check out that video where I got the snakes, like the fish is like half in its mouth. He couldn't swallow, it was too big. But one thing I noticed, I had, these were old poles. I set that net up, and then when I set this net up, I had to cut a couple of new ones. And that one, I hammered these well down into the mud. And this one, man, it's already growing. There's growing more bamboo right there. So, meh. But, yeah, I want to try and do a couple things before it gets too unbearably hot. We did, in the other pond over there, the boats, I don't know if you can see them now. One boat over there, and the other one's tied on that rope. We kind of sunk them both because they were so caked in, in the mud from taking the water out of that other pond and throwing all the fish in there and stuff like that. We just brought them over here and, let them soak because that mud already dried and stuff. We'll clean up the boats and then we'll let them float in here and we can use them to just tool around in here. But I always like this view when I'm in the morning because the sun's not directly on you. It sets over there, so the sunset's pretty cool. This tree is already getting ready to push out its fruit. You probably can't see too many of them, but there's going to be a million of them. I forget the name of them because I always do, but they get pretty big, and we have a good laugh because with the house I built behind me, although I didn't build the roof, they get ripe and they fall off the tree. So the ground here gets littered with them, but we pick a bunch as well. But they fall and they hit that roof, bam, they make a really big pop, And if you got friends or somebody hanging out and they spend the night, which everybody's welcome to, but in the middle of the night, man, one of those things falls and hits the tin roof. Kabam! Always freaks you out. But hey, man. And actually, my wife cut up, oh yeah, he's already chewing it. Cut up all those overripe papaya, slice them up, throw them in here, and the fish will just devour them. Yeah, man. That's probably why the fish taste so good when we barbecue them. They're kind of like vegetarians. Wait a minute, fish are vegetarians, right? No, they'll eat meat. They'll eat anything that's out there. We pulled a whole bunch more, or picked, I should say, my wife picked. I didn't do the tree climbing this morning. I still can't grasp things with this hand. That's about it right there. So I can't, But, yeah. She went up in the tree and picked a whole boatload of mangoes again, or I should say a whole box load. But there's so many of them, you can't climb high enough without maybe snapping a tree off. What? Here comes trouble. And we don't want to, fall, right? One of the things I'm going to do, which I'm going to do now, is I got my new mailbox. Boom. Got a new mailbox for the front gate up there. That's pretty cool. You know, a guy puts the mail in there, and I can come and open it. Boom, get all my mail. But and I'm good. I got power up there, so I'm gonna definitely need my good drill to punch holes in the posts I made up there. I got that at the post office. I waited until the last day to send my taxes to America, mostly because I was waiting on the Philippines unit to send me my Social Security statement. Anyway, the last time a guy delivered, matter of fact, I think it was a tax document. Yeah, I think it was. The post office guy, you know, came out on the motorcycle up to the house here to give me the letter, and he was the one. He goes, "Hey, dude, get yourself a mailbox, yeah, so I don't have to come all the way in there if you're not home." I'm like, "Oh yeah, okay." And so I went to the mailbox, or when I went to drop my taxes, I was like, "Oh, that's right, they got mail." And I looked, and you know, they got a little shop in there, and they have mailboxes. I had a blue one and a red one. I picked the red one, and so I'm gonna go put that up there today, or this morning, before it gets too baking hot. It's already like 90 something, right? 94 something. It's only about 8:30. And in other action, actually, when I first got up, we wanted to move those boats, right? And I didn't really want to start sinking in the mud and stuff like that. So I gave my wife a rope, and I said, "Hey man, take the rope, go feed it through the hole, and then bring me the rope up on the side, and I'll just pull the boat up. I can do that." And so she went down there, and she started to move the boat a little bit, and she's like, "Yikes!" and jumped out, and she goes, "The snake." So I was like, "What?" And so I go, "Hold on." So I went and grabbed my snake grabber, and it was a big old water snake. So I grabbed him, and I chucked him in the other pond, but not before I got a little video. So here, check it out. Got him. So here on the Thai farm, just another. He's a water snake. He's a fish killer. So I'm gonna have to. Now normally, as a kill or be killed, but he's not gonna kill me. He'd like to bite me probably, but he's all right. The neighbor's pond does not really have fish. I mean, it does, but they're wild or whatever. So I'm gonna take them, I'm gonna chuck them over there. There you go. He's free. That's probably number 67 here on the farm in the last, 2 years or more. Whoa, snakes. Anyway, yeah, so let's get this mailbox set up, and it'll be really good. I'm sure my mailbox guy will be appreciative. I'm waiting for a couple of postal deliveries. So, and actually, the size of this, some of my little Lazada deliveries can probably fit in there, because there's, they're little packages, and so you can probably put it in there. All right, man, let's do it. Back at you. Alrighty, well, I think I'm gonna put it right here below the power bill plastic thing, mostly because the gate, I only have the gate open to this far. It doesn't go all the way. I mean, it could, but I don't want it to, whatever, because it's I got that wheel, and anyway, but it'll be fine right here. That way it's not really on the front. You don't see a big old red box in front of the gate skull art and all that. So it'll be here. I marked out, scraped a couple of holes here and here, so I should be able to just drill into that if I remember. Whew. A little dizzy there. If I remember, I built the original concrete post was here, and I built everything around it. So I'm probably going to be drilling straight into that post, or maybe at the edge. I don't know if it'll fall apart. So I brought big ones and little ones, and actually concrete ones. You never know what I'm going to need, or I should say you never know what I'm going to mess up. So anyway, let's hopefully get it done right, get it done quick, and get out from underneath this baking sunshine. All right, back in a minute. Finished, but you know, it wasn't that easy. Should have brought some washers. That's all right. Looks good. I think it's good. Strong. It'll do. All right. Next project. Back at you. Yep. And it's still fucking hot around here. But not that hot. It's only 101. Something like that. But I thought what I'd do is real quick, I'm gonna chop out one of my red lilies from my dry pond. If I can do this without falling. Dang it. Should be pretty quick. Whoa. There it is right here. Mud's still pretty soft. I'm just gonna use my hoe. I'm gonna use my hoe to chop it off. Why not video it? All right. There you go. Whatever. Oh, these things are strong, man. Oh. Woo. Oh, they are in there. Well, you know what? This thing's gonna grow. It's like carrying a human head. Not that I've done that before, but yeah. I'm gonna put it right in this pot, which is already actually, it's got dirt in it already, but I'm gonna fill that with water. The dirt that's in there is totally dried up. It had water at one time. I don't know if we tried to, I don't know what we were doing over there. I think me and my wife was doing something at one time, but I think I poured some of my old clay in there. I had to grab the hose. What? Now, hopefully there's not a big old kink in the hose when I turn the water on. Haven't hit my head in a few months. Nah, a month maybe. Maybe a little more than a month, because I've been down for a few weeks with my hand injury. So yeah, I really got to set up the irrigation pipes around this whole place, so I'm gonna have different taps. Yeah, no water coming out, so it's bent somewhere. Where, I don't know. Right here maybe. Yeah. Either that or I don't have the water coming out. What the? No water. That's not a good sign, man. What's up with the? Turn that off. Looks good. No. Maybe the water level's down. All right, let me check on that. Well, I just had to prime it. I don't know why. Maybe the tap was left open or something like that. Give myself some water here. I'm just gonna fill this up. Maybe wash it off a little bit. Woo-hoo. I can already see the red flowers. And what do you want to bet this thing is pushing red lilies first thing in the morning? Yeah, that'll do it. And I don't know, the sun sets on that pond, so I was gonna get in there and, you know, clean the boat. I should. Whoa, thought that was a snake right there. I should be able to. Let me see what I can do with that. Clean. Whoa. I better take my shoes off. Yeah, just splash it and wipe it. Yeah. Whoa. Oh shoot, I didn't want to get this hand wet, but whatever. Well, there it is. Whoa, brand new, beautiful boat. That's how you clean a boat. You just turn it over and empty it after I wiped it all down. That mud makes it look real good. Maybe I should can that stuff. Yeah, pond mud for your face and hands from Uncle Greg. Woo! How brutal. But now this one, totally submerged. Whoa, I don't think I've ever cleaned this little one. Should be pretty easy. If I don't slip on the water's edge, get into the pond. Whoa. When you intentionally sink your boat. Whew. Well, what do you think? We're gonna set this here. Whoa. Maybe. This boat's old. This boat's like 13 years old, 14 years old probably. When we first got that, put that little knockdown house up there, we bought this boat. My wife got in it and immediately tipped over and she went in the water. Oh. That was in there. Uh-oh. Yeah. Oh. Already has a snail on it. Little escargot. Yeah, this one shows its age. right, I'll turn it up this way. Well, there you go. Another brand new boat for the pond. It's really difficult for me to stay stable in that little boat. I need to build like a big old double pontoon for it. That's why I bought the bigger one. Even then, you can tip over in it. But when you get good, I can stand on the end of that and fish off it. Let that back end stand up. Because that's how we do it in the pond. It was thundering, big old thunder, about an hour ago. Same kind of weather conditions that we've been seeing. It's like fully gray, it's gonna rain, it's gonna rain. Last 2 days, you're starting to hear thunder, boom, boom, boom. And then it goes away and the sun comes. It's still gray up there, but yeah. So, you know, a couple of tasks done here. I also, matter of fact, I think I spoke earlier about my lens is all dirty. About my wife climbing up that tree and getting mangoes. And you know, I know these trees, man, the branches break. So, and I'm telling her, please don't go up higher or don't step on that branch. Fortunately, she didn't. So it didn't. Wait a minute, is that overflowing yet? The water? Oh shoot! It knocked, came out of the pipe. This should be all right, yeah? Turn that off. Yeah, so she didn't, you know, break her neck. I think she has fallen out of the tree before getting mangoes. I wanted to try and you know, just get those 2x4s and nail them on the main part of the tree so you can walk up it, you know, or climb up it more safely. But she's got to use the big old, you know, mango catcher. But and then the family comes over every now and again, and they'll, you know, they start scampering around in the trees. And whoa, I'm crawling on my foot. And I don't want that. I'd hate for them to be up there also, and then, you know, my wife's saying, "Craig, Dad, shoot away." So I took my good machete this morning. Chopped this. Actually, I took this power. This is the power line, goes over to my neighbor. But I took this off of here to set it down on the ground. And this whole tree branch went up there, and that's what she picked the mangoes clean. So I chopped this down. It fell down. I moved it out in here, but it had all kinds of branches. That's what that pile is down there. So we collected the rest of the mangoes. There were still some that were way up high. So she collected those, but I cut that whole branch off because, you know, that's all right. I mean, I absolutely don't like cutting trees back or down or whatever. I don't. You know, maybe if I lived in America and I had a couple acres and it was just stuffed with, you know, trees, forest, I'd cut some out to put a house down or whatever, yeah. But even then, I'd probably minimize it. But here, you know, this pond area, even with the water out of it right now, but of course I got water now, it's still a haven for wildlife. And the more trees, the more greenery that I cut back away from it, the less wildlife I'll have. I know it. Matter of fact, speaking of wildlife, last night I was out here. Actually, I think we're all out here eating and stuff. But it sounded like, you know, the night of the living frogs. I mean, they were screaming here. It sounded like 1,000 of them were in here, just screaming to the top of their lungs. I couldn't even, I had to raise my voice when I was talking to my friends over the sound of the frogs. Maybe if I edit this video, or if I don't finish editing this video, I'll come out here tonight and capture some of that, because it's crazy. If you've never heard it, it's crazy. I mean, you've heard brop, 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 you know, these kind of frogs, the bullfrogs talking back and forth and stuff. But, you know, times that by 1,000, so it's just all, oh, woo, nuts, man. But cool at the same time. Oh, that's probably why I think the water snake that I caught probably also eats frogs, you know, water frogs, not just the fish. That's probably why he was down there. He was down there because he knew there's like 1,000,000 frogs, and he'd hiding out by the boat until dark time, staying cool. And then when it got dark, he'd probably be out and you know what I should do? I should catch a snake, and if I can, put a little mini harness on him and track him. Anyway, yeah, I hope that works out for tomorrow. That'd be cool. So what did I do today? I put my new mailbox in. I cleaned some boats. I transplanted the famous Thai red lilies. I cut down a big old tree branch. You know, get some things done, even though I'm technically injured. And I gotta go clean my hand again right now with saline, because, you know, it's not 100% risk-free of infection probably. Probably got little holes in there still, little cracks. And that pond water, I have yet to test it. My battery died right there, of course. But yeah, when it rains, those boats will fill up with water again. You can see the starburst, not starburst, sunburst or whatever. Looks better in the camera. And yeah, hey, check it out. So my hand looks pretty clean, huh? All the scabs are gone on that scar, that double scar. This one, not so much, a little bit white. Still gotta wash it. But hey, man, I think it's healing up pretty quick. I'm doctoring it every night, like, you know, like not picking scabs, but, you know, my whole hand was dried out really. So, and I had, you know, I've been working, right? So what do you have? You have calluses. My hands, my fingers are all calloused. So I haven't used them in a few weeks. You know, and you take showers and all that stuff, and the sweat's out here and this and that. So gotta peel some skin off. But anyway, it was pretty cool. We did go out today to Robinson's and Big C, get a couple things. That was our journey off the farm today. But other than that, it was a pretty chill day here with my life on the Thai farm. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you stop by, you can enjoy it even more. So hey, thanks for watching. And keep watching. And I get back at you with more chill here from the Thai farm.